Oh, the rivalry is here. BYU and Utah, and as we mentioned off the top of the show, emotions on this Tuesday already running high for both fan bases. We'll get to specifics on that in just a moment. Number 15, BYU, 6-0. They've been a favorite in all 6 games to start the season, according to odds makers. Well, this week, BYU, while home, is an underdog to number 23, Utah. But wait a second, Spencer, BYU's ranked, but throw all of that out the window. They're not looking at AP poll rankings to determine who is the favorite here.
They're looking at pizza ratings.
And a lot more than that. So, Jarom, why do you think BYU is a 3.5-point home underdog to number 23 Utah?
This actually makes sense to me. Utah is always an offense away from being really good. That defense is always awesome. They're top 10 in the following: success rate, rush success rate, passing success rate, number 1 in third downs in the country at 60%. Top 25 in EPA, quality drive ratio, yards per game, points per game, rush yards per game, third in red zone touchdowns.
Well, that's a lot going on there.
Jason Beck is our boy, and he's doing great work up there, and I hate it. I can't stand it because Utah has an offense, and that's trouble. Simply put, their offense is really good. They've been blowing out people. They've scored 40-plus in 4 of 6. Notably, BYU hasn't scored 40-plus against an FBS team yet. BYU has a more deliberate, different kind of offense. Both are effective in their own way. After the Texas Tech loss, Utah stopped trying to stretch the field horizontally, and they just got downhill a little more in the pass and run game. That O-line's really good with Caleb Lomu and Spencer Fano. Ryan Davis and Hunter Andrews are good receivers. Andrews somehow has 113 rush yards as a tight end. That defense, top 25 and a bunch of stuff too. To me, this makes sense. BYU, if they had played Texas Tech, probably would have a loss too. BYU 6-0 because they haven't played a team of that ilk, or Utah's ilk, frankly, quite yet. Now the major test begins. We talked about how the ramp-up starts against Arizona. BYU did a nice job of coming back down 10 with 11 minutes to go, technically 4-ish minutes to go. Now we see how good BYU is. They're going to have Utah at Iowa State, break at Texas Tech. Like this is a defining moment. And so this actually makes sense to me. Despite how good BYU is at home, despite how good BYU is at night, Utah's the favorite. That doesn't mean Utah's going to win the game. It just means they start out as the favorite.
That's the beauty of sport. It's only one game. This isn't a best of 3 or a best of 5 like baseball, best of 7.
Go Mariners.
There you
2-0.
go. It's one game. So let me add the following 3 or 4 numbers to everything you brought up. And this is the stat that probably shocked me the most. Utah's converted 28 of their last 29 red zone trips. 25 of those have been for touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's the number 3 touchdown rate in the country.
Yes.
86%.
That's amazing.
Compare that to last year when they were under 50%. They could not score touchdowns last year.
Spence, they didn't score 28 against a Power 4 team last year.
They couldn't score touchdowns last year. 25 of 29 total red zone trips have resulted in touchdowns. They're incredibly efficient on offense. They work at a very fast pace, and they're good in the trenches. You mentioned their offensive line.
They're great on the line.
According to our good buddy Cam Miller and the Pro Football Sports Network college version, they have the highest graded offensive line in the entire country right now. Number 1 in the country, ahead of Arkansas and Texas A&M.
Look at that first one.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
The pressure rates.
Well, I hate that first one.
It's both sides, though.
Yes.
So one, they are not allowing pressure on Devin Dampier, and then their defensive line, inversely, is getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks.
One that got away, John Henry Daly, David Nixon's nephew.
One of the top sack leaders in the country.
Number 3 in the country.
Yeah, I think he's 1 behind the nation's leader. He has 8, right?
He has, he's 1.3 a game. He has 8.
8 sacks.
8.5 would be Mr. what? David Bailey of Texas Tech, I think, who's pretty good.
I'm telling you, they're good in the trenches on both sides. They're getting pressure on quarterbacks. They're not allowing pressure on Devin Dampier. And when they're in the red zone, they're scoring a ton of touchdowns.
Yeah, this is enough positive Utah talk.
So we're asking why is Utah a favorite in Provo? This is why.
Yeah.
This is why right here.
Yeah, and it irks me because last year that defense was still good, but their offense was terrible. And so they went 5-7. And now they got an offense because they got a former Coug. And BYU has a defense called by a former Ute. And that's just how this works in this rivalry. You swap sides and you do this and that, and it kind of makes sense to me. In fact, yesterday, we got sound from both teams, and they talked about the rivalry, what it means, the significance, the emotions of it. Here's Kalani Sitake, Jay Hill, and Kyle Whittingham on BYU versus Utah.
Obviously there's a lot of connections between BYU and Utah, and so that'll be another fun part of it. But that's no different than what you see in a household here in the state, and there'll be people cheering for their team, and that's what makes the rivalry so much fun. It makes it, like I said before, I've said this last year, that it makes a lot of sense. We're in the Big 12 together. It just makes sense that we should be in the same conference, and we should do this every year.
Yeah, I think it's always been intense, for sure, and conference implications certainly add to it, just on a national scene. It's one of the better rivalries in the country, in my opinion.
This is my favorite week of the year. I couldn't sleep last night, just so excited about the week and what it represents for the fans and how big of an impact this game has had in me and my career and my family, and just how much I love this game, having been on both sides of it. I think it's super fun, super exciting, and we got a really good football team coming in here.
You're one of a number.
Okay, what do you make of how both sides commented on BYU Utah? We'll get to the more popular quote from yesterday.
Yes, in just a moment. The coy smile of Jay Hill is always fun, right?
When he smiles about an opponent, watch out. Because he did that to you for the game against Colorado.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's going to be that result, but.
What does he have dialed up for this game?
Hopefully it's a person named Jack Kelly.
Exotic fronts on the defense, and yes. What does he have personnel-wise to work with? I think that Jack Kelly will play. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. I really do.
I'm going to say my strongest take of the entire week. If Jack Kelly doesn't play, I think it really hurts BYU's chances to win this game.
Absolutely.
Just because I think he's going to spy Devin Dampier a lot. I think he's going to sit and be the guy that's responsible for him to not get downfield.
Well, Raider Demooney is another key factor in this.
Absolutely.
What is his status?
Right.
So if he can't play, then that also hurts Jay Hill's defense. But I love the smile. It's a genuine smile from him.
Yeah.
And he does have a unique perspective. Kalani does.
Nice use of the word genuine.
Yes.
Because there are sometimes people say things that are disingenuous.
And I understand that, look, Kyle Whittingham is going to be more understated. And we'll talk about some more of his comments, like you said, in just a moment. Kalani is more expressive in general, and just the way that he articulates things on the rivalry. And Jay.
Appreciation of the other school, for example.
Yeah.
Kyle refuses to acknowledge BYU. He just does. That's just how it's
he's old school. He's old school. And a lot of people hate it. But he is.
That resonates less and less with 18-year-olds as time goes on, by the way.
It's fair.
They recruit well. I'm not saying they don't recruit well. I'm just saying it's two different flavors.
Fair.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, and maybe I should save this, but I'm just going to go there now.
Go there now.
By he, I mean Kyle Whittingham, has been sitting on 4 years of loss to BYU. I know it's only been 2 games,
yes.
But it's been
2 in 4 years.
It's been 4 years.
They haven't won since 2019, since against BYU.
Yeah, his team lost the win streak against BYU, and they haven't beaten BYU since 2019. To me, it makes sense why he's probably seems even more business this week.
And this is the end. Like, this could be the last season for him.
It could be. It could be.
We thought last season probably was. It was close. Speaking of, someone asked Kyle Whittingham about Bear Bachmeier, and Kyle was not having it.
What have you seen from BYU quarterback Bear Bachmeier? And
I'm just going to focus on us this week, our guys, our coaches. So I'm not going to give much thought on the opponent this week. And so, really, you have to ask them, what they think of Bear. So.
He said his name.
So he knows his name. That's cool.
He did say Bear because previously there was a time when he would not say the name of an opposing player from BYU's team.
Like it's very calculated from Kyle, and he doesn't want to say
Didn't even let him finish the question.
Right.
Just like, nope. Not going there.
And he made fun of Patrick Kinahan earlier in the press conference, or later, I can't remember, who went to Arizona State, and he said, "Go ahead, Sparky." And then Patrick Kinahan said, "Do you want me to bring up your alma mater?" Which was well played by PK. This is all calculated, part of the rivalry. Kyle's been, he doesn't want to acknowledge BYU. Like, he just doesn't really want to do it.
He's irritated. As he should be. He's bothered.
Well, even during the 9-game win streak, he wouldn't. Like, remember that videos at Pac-12 Media Days, say something nice about your rival? And he's like, which rival, USC or what? Oh, the in-state game. You know, that's all calculated and part of this, and it's fun and it's different. You know, like, he doesn't speak lovingly about his time at BYU, even though we know that he had a great time here in the 80s when he was the WAC Defensive Player of the Year in 81 and so on and so forth. Jay Hill, on the other hand, and Kalani acknowledged that, hey, they love – Jay Hill literally said on Coordinator's Corner, I love the University of Utah and what it meant to me, my education, what I learned with football, the coaches and everything. Kyle was great. Like, it's just two flavors, different flavors. Sometimes you like that flavor, sometimes you don't like that.
And ask Utah assistants how they feel about BYU.
Yeah,
Jason Beck loves BYU. Micah Simon loves BYU.
I saw Coy Detmer Jr. at a Utah Mammoth game recently, and I was like, how is it, man, up there? He's like, I love it, dude. And I said, I hate that you love it, but I get it. You know, like, there's so much crossover. Like, it's fun. It's part of it. It's okay. You know, initially when I hear that, I'm kind of bugged because last week he spoke about Sam Levitt, but he wouldn't comment on Bear. Whatever. It's okay. It's all good, dude. I'm not that bugged about it.
Yeah, I'm not. I initially was like, I kind of laughed. I thought, oh, that's funny. But I think I'm more inclined to just believe this is part of his mental preparation of how he dials in.
It's like a shtick at this point to me too.
Like I'm not going to pay them attention
or respect verbally in any way, shape, or form. It feels like
we're gonna focus on. We have not beaten them. Speaking of Utah, since 2019. Like, that's annoying for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Super annoying.
Someone brought up last week before the ASU game, hey, you know, what would it mean to, since you haven't won a Big 12 home game? He goes, we haven't? What's the record? 0-5. He goes, that stinks. You know?
Well, that'll be a point of emphasis.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Although I think he may have known that, but, like, the fact that it's being brought up to him.
Oh, he knew it.
Yeah.
How do you not?
He's annoyed. And I get it. I get it.
And I'm okay with this. What I'm not okay with, though, is after the game last year, he cut the handshake short with Kalani to complain to the refs. Those guys go way back. They should have had a longer kind of conversation there. Instead, it was about complaining to the refs. To me, that bothered me. And obviously, the unprofessional and then fined comments of Mark Harlan. One, walking on the field, killing his team's chances of an epic return. And then what he did at the press conference, to me, that's different. Like, these comments are just like part of the rivalry and some gamesmanship. But those, it's like, now, come on, show some respect.
Now, that was very different. And that was last season, something that Kyle Whittingham called the Twilight Zone for his team. So things are different there now. And he's annoyed that he hasn't coached a team that's beaten BYU since 2019, which I understand. Like, you want to beat your rival.
And this is a massive game for a million reasons. They could both be 0-6, and it would be a massive game. But they're not. They're quite the opposite, 11-1 combined.